You've heard of evolution, you've heard of natural selection, but what if I told you some wild tomatoes in the Galapagos are quietly doing the opposite? Welcome back to your channel name, where nature gets weird, wild, and a little bit juicy. The Galápagos Islands are basically a living museum of evolution. From Darwin's finches to those giant ancient tortoises, this place is world famous for unique species that adapted just to survive. It's like nature's ultimate experiment lab. But here's the twist. Not all the island's celebrities have feathers or shells. Some are, well, tomatoes. Let's zoom in. Meet Solanum cheesemaniae and Solanum galapagense. I swear I'm not making those names up. These wild Galapagos tomatoes are tiny, super golden, and honestly tougher than your average houseplant. They grow in scorching, salty, dry places where your garden tomato would just throw in the towel and wilt away. Now here's where things get juicy. Scientists have noticed these wild tomatoes are starting to look more and more like those big red domestic tomatoes you'd find in your salad bowl. What's going on? Researchers think the wild tomatoes are mixing genes with domestic tomatoes. Yep, the ones humans brought over to the islands. These native plants are now getting watered down by interbreeding. It's almost like reverse evolution, or, get this, de-evolution. All those survival superpowers, the drought and salt resistance, the tough skin, the ability to thrive when everything else gives up, those traits are fading. Why? Well, a lot of it is on us. People grow domestic tomatoes in gardens and even wild spots around the islands. And bees? They don't care about species, they just do their thing, buzzing from flower to flower, mixing wild and domestic pollen like it's tomato tinder. Swipe right, hybridize, repeat. Thing is, these wild tomatoes aren't just another plant, they're genetic gold mines. They have built-in resistance to pests, heat, and salt, traits our future crops could desperately need as the planet heats up. If we lose them, we lose a critical backup plan for food security down the road. So what's being done? Scientists and conservationists are racing to protect pure wild populations. They're isolating patches, planting protected seedlings, and collecting seeds to save for the future. But time and attention are running out. So next time you're slicing a tomato, remember, out in the Galapagos, the battle for tomato identity is raging. Will the wild survive, or will they blend right back into the big juicy crowd? Nature's not just evolving, it's editing itself. Like, subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss the next bizarre twist in nature's playbook. And tell me in the comments, would you eat a wild tomato from the Galapagos?